Hey, superachievers! I was in another meeting the other day and I heard a new acronym for fear. Face everything and recover. I really like this one because it is a true superachiever trait and an important part of developing our resilience. I've noticed in my work that too many people allow their fears to hold them back. This is a big part of how we get in our own way, because we let our fears take over. Well, guess what? Everyone has fear for a multitude of things that are occurring or could potentially occur in their lives. A big one I see in the professional world is a fear of failing. Just this past week, I've heard that one, as well as an individual saying that they didn't want to get a medical test because they were afraid to learn they had a disease, or another individual afraid to put themselves out in the dating world because they fear rejection from individuals they were interested in. And that was just in a couple of days. So how can we look at our fears in a different way? Everyone has them, but not everyone seems to have the ability to move past them. How can you face everything and recover? I've run into several different strategies in how to do this. One is Mel Robbins' 5-second rule. While I haven't read her book, I've seen her speak, and it's about counting to 5 and then just doing it. I use this one anytime I do a ropes course. I don't think, I just jump. So how can you, metaphorically, just jump? Another strategy for facing your fears and recovering is engaging in some sort of worst case scenario thinking. What's the worst that could happen should I fail? What's the worst that could happen I find out I have that disease? What's the worst that could happen if I get rejected by someone I'm interested in? Think about your biggest fear right now and what's the worst that could happen if it's realized. Then ask yourself, so what? So what if I fail? So what if I have that disease? So what if I get rejected? While there are many strategies for this topic, I'll go over one more that I use when I find myself diving into a worry spiral about all the things that could happen in relation to a fear. I tell myself to stop. Literally, stop. None of those are currently happening, and I don't know what's going to happen next, but I do know that I have the confidence that I will find my way out of it. I've survived life thus far, and quite frankly, if I don't survive whatever situation I'm facing, then I won't care because I'll be dead. I know, a little morbid, but it does put things into perspective, doesn't it? Ultimately, we cannot let our fears overwhelm us. We need to face them and recover. We need to realize that no matter what happens, we will be able to figure out a way to overcome any situation we find ourselves in. Sure, some of them may be uncomfortable and downright unpleasant, but those can be the best learning opportunities if we allow them to be. All right, superachievers, think about what you need to face today and do it.